Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look back at a roundup of boxing matches that happened in the last few weeks. Hopefully you've watched our preview videos, and here we'll be reviewing some of those fights. So let's start with Navarrete and Suarez. Emmanuel Navarrete got the decision over Charlie Suarez. I think the fight stopped because of a cut, and Navarrete was ahead at the time. The cut was ruled as a headbutt, although there's some controversy over that afterwards, where it looks like a punch may have caused it. But both the commission and the match was, the referee there ruled it in favour of Navarrete, and he was ahead on the cards. Yeah, I think he deserved to win there. So they only fought 8 rounds, and it was a stoppage because of the cut to Navarrete. Although there may be a rematch on the cards, because I think Suarez has probably earned that, and it was a good fight. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, but Navarrete retains his title. On the undercard of that fight, there was Raymond Muratalla and Zawa Abdullaev. This fight was a unanimous decision for Raymond Muratalla, so it takes him to 22-0. The scorecards were fairly wide, 119-109, 119-109, and 118-10, although that doesn't really tell the full story of the fight. Muratalla started strong, and his jab and his uppercuts were keeping Abdullaev off. Then Abdullaev's got more into the fight, and I think the rounds were a lot closer than the scorecards would show. But yeah, Muratalla was ahead and a winner, and he got rocked by Abdullaev in about the 6th round, stunned by a couple of punches. And I think after that, he sort of knew he was ahead in the cards and just boxed it out rather than trying to go for a knockout. So deserved win for Muratalla, but I think it's a lot closer than what the scorecards are saying. So the next fight were Anthony Cacace and Lee Wood. This was a really good performance from Anthony Cacace, and I think Wood showed that he was sort of at the end of his career. So Cacace got him out of there it was stopped in the 9th round. The corner threw in the towel for Lee Wood. So deserved win for Anthony Cacace, and yeah, he's just getting better and better at super featherweight. A really, really good performance. And he moves on from there. And I think Lee Wood, probably needs to look at retirement there. I think he showed a bit of ring rustiness and that he's coming towards the end of his career. But a good fight. He did give a good account of himself, Lee Wood. There was the rematch between Fernando Martinez and Kazuto Ioka at super flyweight. So Martinez won this one by unanimous decision. The scorecards were quite close, 115, 112, 117, 110. And 114, 113. I think a little bit of that is because it was a tough fight, but I think Martinez deserved to win. That sort of finishes their rematch. I think he's won both fights, so he goes into 17-0, and hopefully bigger and better things, maybe Bam Bam at some point. Goodman had a fight against Espinoza, but less said the better. He's trying to get Inoue again at featherweight, but I think he stepped up Goodman, isn't it? But fairly straightforward win. But yeah, I don't think he's on the radar of Inoue anytime soon. Bohachuk had a win against Fox, although this wasn't really Sergei Bohachuk and Mikhail Fox. I think it's just keeping Bohachuk busy. So unanimous decision against Fox. There was the rematch after the controversy in the first match between Johnny Fisher and David Allen. This time, a little bit clearer result. Allen managed to knock him out of there in 5 rounds. I think he showed all of his experience and class, and I don't think Fisher knew what hit him. So disappointing for Fisher, because obviously up and coming and was seen to go into bigger things, but I think Allen's sort of knocked him back a bit. He'll have to, he's fairly young, Fisher, but I think he'll have to go back to the drawing board. Between Angela Leo and Tomoki Kameda. This was a majority decision win for Leo. It was a tough fight, but I think Angela Leo, sort of fairly well bossed it. I think a lot of scoring was because of home advantage to Kameda and because there's a lot of close-ish rounds, but I think Leo was, winning most of the rounds. CompuBox would show that as well. Most of the rounds he's outpunched Kameda, outlanded Kameda all the way through. So good result for Angela Leo in the featherweight division. Moses Itauma versus Mike Balogun. Balogun was a tough nut, but Itauma basically got him out of there in 2, knocked him down in the first as well. Itauma is a rising star, the heavyweight division. I think Balogun's only, had quite a good fight record. I don't think he's been knocked out before. So, yeah, it's a really, really good result for Itauma. and shows where he's going. I think he's still got a bit to go before he goes to the World Championship level, but yeah, it's a big step up the ladder, and he is exciting. He's really, really good to watch, and I think, you know, hopefully big things for him to come. Still only really young, but he, you know, you can see the fight in there. He was just too quick. His hands are too quick. His movement's too quick. And he's really, really calm, which for such a young fighter is fantastic. He doesn't panic. He had moments where he had Balogun rocked in the first, but he still took it easy, like was patient in his build-up, rather than rushing in and getting caught. And then when the opportunity presented itself, yep, he's got some power in both hands. So fantastic result for Itauma. And this was on the undercard of Josh Taylor and Essuman. I think this was supposed to be a fight for Josh Taylor to sort of get back in it at welterweight. He's stepping up to 147 pounds, but unfortunately didn't go to plan. It started well. I think Taylor took, 4 of the first 5 rounds, but then I think Essuman's, sort of got used to the power, got used to the shots that Taylor was producing, and just upped the work rate, started catching him with his right hand. There was a cut, although I think that was caused from a headbutt, but he was targeting it, so he was quite well bruised in the left eye of Josh Taylor as well, and then just outboxed him for most of the rest of the rounds. So yeah, I mean, it's a close fight. There's 116, 112, 116, 113, and 115, 113 the scorecards. But I mean, the scorecards were quite close because, as I said, the first few rounds went to Josh Taylor. He started well. He showed his class. He's got obviously boxing skill. The left hand was getting through quite a lot. The jab was good. But I just think Essuman's got used to it. So yeah, quite a close result. But I think Essuman won. So he goes on to bigger and better things. Not really sure where Josh Taylor goes from here. He's moved up. I mean, he looked good in the first few rounds, but then he seemed to tire out. And you could tell the physical difference between him and Essuman. And Essuman as a strong welterweight as the rounds went on. And as the fight at the beginning, it looked like Essuman was getting, stunned by the shots from Taylor. And Taylor did, sort of plant his feet and land a lot of the left hands. As the fight went on, it seemed to have less and less effect. And then Essuman just kept coming forward and just outboxed him and then just outscored him on everything. So yeah, I think a fair result and well done to Essuman. That sort of brings us up to date to this weekend's boxing. So watch out for the videos we've got coming up. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe, because obviously it helps our channel to grow and keep bringing you these news and these videos. We've got there's a lot of interesting fights coming up, so keep an eye out for those videos, and we shall see you in the next set of videos. Thank you very much for watching and listening.